to Chiak Local, a series where I've got my VIPs to share with me their favourite makan places. Today I'm at Hong Lim and with me is Minister Josephine Teo. Hi,
Hello, Maureen. I invite you to Hong Lim because, of course, I'm the MP in Jalan Besar GRC. So this is part of my constituency. I've been frequenting this area since I was a little child.
Chinatown, we have a few hawker centres, right? Absolutely. This is the one that I always come because there's so many good food. So you're going to bring me to try some, is it?
Of course. Shall we?
Okay, let's go. We're going to first try this stall by a young hawker called Debbie.
Debbie is a business management graduate, you know.
Oh, really?
Yes. Correct.
Okay.
So she therefore also had her own ideas.
What?
Can you guess what this is?
Chicken slice? Sweet and
but
sour?
it reminds you of what kind of chicken that you will get at Zi Cha.
哈琼盖
Exactly.
对不对?
So it's modernized.
And of course, you have the traditional one as well, which is the 鱼片米粉
Yes, from the same stall.
from the same store. So interestingly, Debbie does most of the cooking now. So I was very shocked. I mean, for a graduate, right, I wouldn't expect her to be behind the stove and, you know, high heat and all.
So this is actually something that we are very encouraged by. The passion of the older stall holders, they have also been transmitted to the younger generation. They want to keep this hawker culture alive. This particular dish,
Yeah.
right? Very famous.
Yeah.
Utram char kway teow.
Yes.
Long queue.
Yeah.
I think also got Michelin star.
Yes, recommended.
The young hawker in this case is Junming.
Yeah.
Junming actually is also 继承父业. And I believe actually his father took over the store from the grandfather.
It looks like just a simple plate of char kway teow, but wow, the wok hei, the smokiness, yeah. So whenever you fry a plate of char kway teow, right, you need not only just passion, but you need the patience. To slowly to make sure that you smoke the wok.
It's also skill.
Skill.
It's
To
also
make sure
skill.
that they are not too lumpy, and you bring out the flavor of the 甜酱啦.
Yes.
Yeah, and make sure that the ingredients are fresh, the ham,
Yeah.
passion.
Passion. There you go.
Billion bowls, which is interestingly, I think one of the newer hawkers. Absolutely. They used to be from MacPherson. I actually ate at their previous store, and then they moved here.
Very nice young couple. The hawker himself, I think is Wing Hong. He had actually been, you know, in the F&B business as a chef and famous restaurant. And he decided to strike out on his own, and his wife joined him.
You know the story of every store one?
No lah, not every store lah. There are so many stores here.
I want to go for the traditional one first, because I think this store is famous for their 鱼片米粉.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, try.
Let's try.
Right. One of the things you can notice is how much ginger they use.
Oh,
So you can imagine 啦，肯定是味道很好的啦。
味道很好。
Yeah.
哇，那个鱼片好厚
对，
哦。
它的鱼片是真材实料。Flavorful, fresh, 很有 home cook 的那种感觉哈。It may look like a simple dish, but getting the right amount of ginger, you know, to go with the right amount of fish sauce. I believe in this case they also use a bit of rice wine. So to get all of it to work together is easier said than done. 试试看它的哈中盖啦哈，哇哦
This is really
big
chunky.
chunky. Well, boneless.
哇，这个是有那个哈琼的那个味道哎。Even though we have put it here for a while, but still a bit crispy and very tender.
Can tell that it is very well marinated. The batter is not too thick. So as a result, you don't feel like you are eating a lot of flour. I also appreciate the fact that the chili sauce is quite light, has a tinge of sweetness in it. So even for people who cannot take very spicy food, it should be okay.
So curious, mister, do you actually come to hawker center to makan often?
Of course.
Like, I mean, I
I'm
know...
a zi cha girl.
You're a zi cha girl, really?
Yeah, I think zi cha is very good.
Every time you eat halfway, then people will be like, hey, mini chia to makan.
Sometimes. But Singaporeans tend to be quite respectful and they are also quite polite. They just want to say hi, 打个招呼罢了啦. Occasionally there will be some to say, hey, I got something I want to tell you. 难免的.
So when you makan with your family, especially your kids, right? Would they be like, oh, mommy, why people come over to, ask you questions or...
By now they are very familiar already.
So let's say if next time they want to become a politician, will you say, go for it?
Wow. Well, I think everyone, must find their own passion in life. You must feel that what you do makes a difference. And I think that will differ from person to person.
Let's say if you don't do politics, what will you do?
I have said this before. My childhood ambition is to be a librarian.
Yeah, I read that before. Really?
Yeah, primary 2, that was my first job. As a librarian, I really enjoyed it.
Being a sort of like a public figure, sometimes you do get like negative comments. People might not agree with you on some issues. How do you deal with it?
Look at the substance of what they say. Sometimes they do have a point of view that is very useful for us to be also considering.
Okay, the last bowl is this very modern. I'm having this mentaiko salmon. And then
Yours is salmon. I think mine is chicken.
no, looks like chicken, right? I thought so
what is
too.
it?
Prawn.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Golden
wow.
They actually added the egg sauce with a bit of peanut sauce to give it that thickness.
This is really good. This is very unusual. It feels a bit breaded.
Might be their secret recipe, I'm not too sure.
很香，特别。
Is there a particular favorite hawker food?
Enjoying hawker food is a family activity, right? So my favorite hawker food will be my children's favorite hawker food, my husband's favorite hawker food. They have a particular bak chor mee that they like at Guillemard Hawker Centre.
Oh!
So, yeah,
Okay.
several times a year I will be there.
Just now when I was driving to meet you, I actually hear in the radio about scams.
Yep.
Yeah. What are some of the ways or new measures that the government is coming up to help?
Today we actually have a system that blocks out a lot of this kind of calls that try to pretend to be local numbers. So if they start with 6 or they start with an 8 or they start with a 9, but the call actually doesn't originate from Singapore, actually they will be blocked. So for example, at the beginning of this year, every month we were blocking something like 55 million calls. This kind of scammers, they are very persistent. They will continue to try different ways.
Yeah lah. So we just have to keep trying our best to...
Yes,
Yeah.
I think the other thing to remember is that the scammers will always try to make you panic.
Yes,
Yes.
correct.
Because
Scare
when
me.
you panic,
Yeah.
you will be tempted to do things that you wouldn't otherwise do.
Okay, I'm thirsty already.
Okay.
And I heard that there's a young hawker,
Yes.
young and pretty hawker. They have opened the second outlet here. They have one in Amoy. And you're going to bring me for kopi, is it?
Yes, absolutely. Shall we go?
Let's go! Time
Coffee
for
break.
coffee break.
I think third generation, right? Third generation. Hainanese. I first noticed this when I became an MP for this area.
Okay.
And the first time I came to Hong Lim, I recall that they were already here.
Yes.
That's right. And at the time, it was actually COVID.
Yes,
It was still COVID. But because, everybody loves their coffee, you had quite a thriving business with takeaway and all that, right?
Yes, that's our original business.
Yes.
During COVID, it was even better.
Wow. Yeah, I like this stall because not only the traditional kopi, you also have all your ang mo kopi. Yeah, which is the latte lah, cappuccino lah, and then you have some very interesting flavors like the latte, black sesame, roasted almond.
Look at this. Sea salt caramel. Have you tried sea salt caramel?
没有嘞 every time I come here I drink the local kopi because that's my favorite. Really How many cups of coffee you drink a day?
I try to do no more than one.
This is your number.
This one, this morning have I had coffee? I don't think I have had
Oh,
coffee.
okay, this is
so
the number
I'm
one.
okay.
One kopi gao. Yeah, the classic traditional kind. You know, it's always my dream to set up a coffee store that sells 传统咖啡. Because I'm a Hainanese, then every time when I see the Hainanese 老师傅 make their kopi, right, I'll be super amazed. So sick. Oh, yeah.
One bao.
20 cents off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not planned, guys, not planned. It's very interesting to see youngsters being in a hawker store, to be honest. Like, you know, making kopi and all, right? Even the pulling, the hot water,
Yeah.
真的是很辛苦.
How do you split your time? Because you're at Amoy, you're here, you're at Market Street, right?
Yeah, I have two other siblings, so my brother is at
Amoy.
Market Street.
Okay.
Then my twin sister is at Amoy.
Oh, can you all see? Can you all see?
So
Ooh.
it's really for like cooling the drink down.
Ah.
Some places add ice, but I like to cool. Then you
Wow.
incorporate the air. Then you will cool down faster.
我已经觉得我很想喝这杯咖啡了。Cheers！
很好. So now that you have your coffee, you need some snacks to go with it, right?
Oh, what are you bringing me to eat?
好料.
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 Okay, let's go.
Hello.
Hello.
Chinatown resident.
Hello.
But
What's
also
your name?
operates a business here.
What's your name?
I'm Amir.
Amil.
Yeah.
Amir, tell us what you sell.
So I sell just a simple food lah. Curry puff, all those cheap like old people like, you know. Popiah, spring roll, veggie.
Simple but solid.
Wow, goreng. I heard you used to do nasi padang.
Oh, that's my mom. Yeah, I used to
Wow.
have
I see that you still have a few pieces not done. Mean you want to try making some curry puff?
I think I watch him. You've got the filling here.
Yeah. We don't want any crease, like a line.
Oh.
Like something kind of.
Oh, like that, not nice.
Yeah, no, when you fry, it will like come out.
Oh, I see.
So once you're done, then you put like this,
Right.
filling. Say now
Put
it's
in the center lah.
put in the center.
Okay.
Then we got our chicken.
Wow.
Got egg one or not?
We got egg also, and just close it up. The most important part is must press it hard.
Okay, so that you can peel off the rest of it.
Not only peel off, so it's like totally glued together.
Oh.
Yeah. And the next important part for all the curry puff is the color coding. Yeah. It's okay. So next one.
Okay.
Oh my, it smells so good. Mean you can buy this from Parliament.
Good idea.
Buy from
Thank you
Parliament.
so much,
Thank
Amir.
you.
Very nice to meet you.
you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for teaching me how to make curry puff.
Very full. I'm so full.
Me too. 吃饱饱了.
Don't need to eat dinner already,
I
right?
better skip.
So if you love hawker food, if you like what we have recommended, please come to Hong Lim Hawker Centre to makan.
Absolutely, especially because during the COVID years, our hawkers here had a really hard time. Most of their patrons are people who work in the CBD, and they mostly were unable to come, for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
But the hawkers, they are very passionate and they are very persistent, and they have kept their craft, and they want to serve you. So please come and support them.
They 坚持到底, guys.
Obviously.
If you like this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.